Hi, we were in Vegas in April and wanted to drive the F1 track and share it with you. So we're at the corner of Harmon and Koval, and you can see there on the right-hand side that that is where the paddock's going to be and pit lane. And they're building a track that will go out around and come out past the apartments. So on the left-hand side are going to be grandstands. I think there's two grandstands on Koval down through there that they've got to build. And I believe that this street coming up on the right is where they're going to come out of the pit area. And they'll go straight down here on Koval down to where the Sphere is. The race is November 16th through the 18th. So the race is going to be on a Saturday night because it's a night race. It'll start at 10 p.m., which will be 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. They're going to do 50 laps. It's a 3.8 mile course. There's 17 corners, 3 straights. And I think the longest straight is a little over a mile when they get down on the strip. There's 2 DRS zones. So the tricky part is coming up here where they're going around the Sphere. And we'll turn down that road. They've got a lot of construction to do around that area. There's a big grandstand and general admission area. There's that whole block right around that Sphere there. And you can see how bad the roads are, and I'll talk about that in a little bit, about how they're going to repave them. But we came down here and we were directed through a detour around the Sphere. But coming up here, I believe they're going to go straight through here where we had to turn right. So I think they'll go straight through there. So we had to turn right and go down this road. The monorail runs through here, and you'll see that coming up here in a minute. So it'll be interesting to see how they divert them through the pillars where the monorail is. So we had to come down here, and there is the monorail. We kind of had to take a detour around. And we'll flip-flop here in a minute and get back down on Sands Avenue or Sands Boulevard, whatever it's called. So there's a lot of construction to do. This was in April. So I think they're going to come out around here somehow, past where those pylons are for the monorail. It'll be interesting to see that. And the other thing I've understood is any of the crosswalks over the roads are all going to be closed to pedestrians. You won't be able to walk over the crosswalks. There's also obviously going to be catch fences and safer barriers constructed all along this way, all along the roads. So they hired a Swiss company um, to supply and install all of those catch fences. And they're probably going to be tall enough that will block the view from the street. So if you're on the streets, you wouldn't be able to see over the barriers to see the race. And the catch fences will be on top of those barriers just to try and protect from any flying debris. They're going to start installing those in October. So now we've turned and we're on the strip. And there's so much construction going on. It's crazy. So they are repaving all the roads. They've got road closures that started on April 2nd while we were there, and for the initial paving. So the initial paving, they plan on having that all done by August 25th. And then the final track paving starts July 23rd and ends September 15th is when they plan on having all the paving done. And right here's the Mirage. There's going to be grandstands right there in front of the Mirage. But traveling on the strip is just a nightmare. So if you're going to Vegas before the race, we highly recommend that you Uber into town if you want to go down on the strip because you cannot drive. And there's so much construction and parking is just ridiculous. And then the other grandstands on the strip are going to be down in front of the Bellagio. So the only general admission tickets are going to be up there around the Sphere. And it's standing room only. There's no seating for general admission. It's all standing room. So obviously, this is probably going to be the longest straight of the race down here off on the strip. So we're almost down to Harmon. Okay, now we're turning left onto Harmon. And we'll go down here to where the pit area is. There's also a grandstand, I think, on Harmon on the left-hand side, down close to where Koval and Harmon intersect. It's funny to think about how long it took us to drive this with all the red lights and traffic and construction and how fast they'll drive it in one lap in an F1 car. You can see the netting there at Top Golf. It would be fun to be in one of the bays at Top Golf hitting golf balls when the F1 cars zoom by, or in the bar on the top floor. Okay, and then this intersection is Koval and Harmon again. So we're going to drive straight through this so you can kind of see off on the left where all the paddock area is. You can't really see in anything, but that whole pit area is off there on the left. And this is coming back towards where the pit area is. So the pit area is now on the right-hand side beyond these apartments. So there is so much infrastructure to put in there yet. Mike and I were amazed at how much there is still to do. I'm sure they'll get it done in time, though. So, anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. It gave you a little insight into what the track is going to look like and where it's going to go and how much work they have to do and everything else. We'll see how it progresses. I'm going to kind of watch it online. F1 has a update every 10 minutes, I think, to show you what the paddock area looks like. Thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. We are Herons on the Fly.